Hello, good day. Today is a beautiful day. Today is an awesome day. Today is a day of grace, love, happiness, fulfillment, peace, bliss, care, forgiveness, internal joy. Today is a day of so many things. I am excited to have this conversation with you. My name is Sam Obafemi, and this afternoon I'd like to talk about what I title Therapy Does Not Work. Before I go on, I'd like you to please share this video. Let your people, the people on your timeline, watch this video. Please share this video and keep telling someone, or quickly invite someone to join this video, because I tell you it's going to be very instructive. So before we go on, please share this video and invite someone to join in on this telecast. The title is Therapy Does Not Work. Okay, so a few minutes ago, I was watching a program on TV, and the program was talking about a marriage boot camp. And it's on, if you're on DSTV, it was on channel 177. And they were demonstrating some therapies and demonstrating some skills in relationships with people, and they were pointing out value system, they were pointing out discrepancies and the loopholes in finding out what your lover really needs, and it reminded me of my training, the courses I've undertaken so far, done certification in anger management, certification in emotional intelligence. I have deep skills in fear mastery. I know a lot, and I've learned neuro-linguistic programming, and undertaking a certification in positive psychology and all the works, and also learned extensively in cognitive behavioral therapy. But it just hit me when I was watching that TV program that therapy actually in itself does not work. I have met people who have done NLP, full length of the courses and training, and there's no difference in their conduct. I've met people who have deep skills in cognitive behavioral therapy, and there's almost no semblance, or there's little improvement in their perceptions and beliefs and patterns and behaviors. I have seen people come to our classes in emotional intelligence, and nothing really significantly has changed. I have met people who have taken anger management, they've read it, they've attended the class, they've done several things with us, and they are still as volatile, as aggressive, and as intolerant as they were when they came for the classes. I've met people who have come for fear mastery classes, and they are still as full of phobia, they are still phobic as they were when they came for the classes. So in itself, therapy as a skill, as a knowledge, as a competence, as a capacity element in itself does nothing for you until you are involved in the process. Now I understand why someone once told me it's not enough to go through school. It's important that the school goes through you, because we all graduated from tertiary institution. Most people watching this video are probably graduates of any tertiary institution. Worst case scenario, probably undergraduates. So going to school is not the problem, but we know several and many undergraduates and graduates, and even those that have gone on for advanced trainings in postgraduate studies, who still behave as though they are unschooled. So it means that going through training is not enough. Until the training goes through you, therapy does not work until you are involved in the process. And I'd like to share with you why therapy will not work for you. Number one is when you say, it's my fate. I'll try to share 5 reasons why therapy will not work for you. Number one, and as I'm saying it, please write it in the comment section. I notice that when I share thoughts on video and people write them in the comment section, more people learn from the comments. So please, as I share these points, kindly write them. in the comment section. The first reason why therapy does not work is when you accept your limitation and your distress as your fate, F-A-T-E. You hear some people say, "Na so I be, oh, na so them born me, na so my family be. That's how we are. Just take me like this. This is how I am. Just take me like this. There's nothing I can do. I'm more than 40 years. I don't old now. Waiting remain to change." People think that because they have grown with a particular perspective, that is who they are. So they accept that that's their fate. Thank you, Vision Ibagbe Ufua, for your comments. You're great. The second reason why therapy will not work for some people is what we call past baggage. Your past baggage. Sometimes when you are fixated on the things that have happened to you in the past. Oh, I was raped and you shut down. Oh, I was molested and you shut down. Oh, I was insulted and you shut down. Oh, my father did not take care of me and you shut down. Oh, my parents did not provide for me and you shut down. Oh, my spouse left me and you shut down. Oh, my children are not sending me money and you shut down. When you concentrate on the past baggage and you refuse to see how you can move on from there, then you may not find therapy working for you. When you're stuck in your past, therapy may not work for you. When you're unwilling to utilize and you're stuck in your past, therapy will not work for you. Number 3 is what we call personality mismanagement. And this means that when you say, "This is how my personality is," people should understand. Oh, I'm choleric. And cholerics are work-driven, they are result-driven, they are less sentimental, so this is how I am. And so when there is need for you to undergo therapy or a process of rehabilitation or a process of change, and you say, "Well, this is my personality and my kind of personality, this is how we do things," that may inhibit the influence and impact of therapy in the process. That happens a lot. The fourth reason why therapy may not work for you is what we call comparison. Unhealthy comparison. And this is when, for instance, you say, "I just believe that this person is more exposed. Why would you expect me to get help because so person got help?" We do a lot of that. 2 people come for therapy. One person seems to be responding to therapy, and the other person feels, well, he has his degree in psychology. His father was a pastor, so he should understand better. So you excuse why other people seem to be faster or more accommodating to therapy, and then you refuse to undergo the process of therapy. It will not work for you that way. Therapy does not work that way. And number 5, the last reason I will share why therapy will not work for you is that when you refuse to open your mind, lack of open-mindedness, lack of personal development potentials. I cannot tell you how much I've spent developing myself in therapy. In 2017 alone, I have spent almost 3 million building capacity. In 2018 alone, I have a budget of spending about the same amount, if not more, to develop competencies. And as I'm developing competencies, I am allowing it work for me. So you need to invest time. You see, I speak many times in places and I say the best way to do therapy interventions is to build capacity in people for therapy. The only way I can help you if you have a trauma or a crisis is for me to teach you how to help yourself. If I cannot teach you to help yourself, the aim of the intervention is defeated, because it means you have to rely on me, you have to depend on me. I cannot afford to give you time every time. It's not every time you ask me for intervention that I can afford it. It's not every time I will even be accessible and available. Every therapist cannot always be accessible and available. So the best way, and I speak to therapists, I know Francis Arihirilam is here, I know Funke Obafemi is here, at least I know you guys are therapists. You need to develop the interest to build capacity in people so they can do self-medication in therapy. When they can administer therapeutic skills for themselves and on themselves, that gives you leverage and capacity. So, the fifth reason why therapy will not work for you is that you're not exposing yourself to models, systems, learning content, and comparative analysis of people who are doing it and how they do their work. It will not work for you because you won't have empirical data, information, and experiences which can never be bought. When you compare experiences from people's books, people's work, that's why I love the fact that we're looking out for 5 interns in 2018 who will come and work closely with me to learn direct, relevant internship on the job, because experience is outstanding, is out of this world. So these are the 5 reasons why therapy does not work for many people. Please don't forget to write these reasons in the comment section as I have mentioned them. So how do you go forward from here? How can therapy work for you? Number 1, believe that therapy requires your input. Therapy in itself does not work. Your failure to comply and trust the process and take it one step at a time will require that you will not enjoy the experience and you will not be an embodiment of the solution. Believe that therapy requires your involvement. When you remove yourself from the process of therapy, you cannot experience the benefit of therapy. I'll say it again. When you remove yourself from the process of therapy, you will not enjoy the benefit of therapy. You must be involved. Number 2, you must be preemptive. Go ahead of yourself to prepare your mind for therapy. It means learn about the work of therapy. Learn the content of therapy. When your therapist is undertaking a process with you, ask questions. Go back and do some homework by yourself. Be interested in your own healing. Be interested in your own healing. Don't let the therapist do all the work. Don't let the therapist look like a god, a magician. You are interested in your own healing, then it will work for you. So number 1, therapy requires your input. Number 2, go in advance. Take preemptive steps to prepare your mind for therapy. Number 3, do the therapy. Do the therapy. Many times in therapy, I have clients whom you ask them to do tasks. They procrastinate, they deny, they live in absentia, or they just simply shut down. While that in itself is a need that needs to be sorted, you need to do the tasks you are asked to do. You know, the funny thing is that when you do the tasks your therapist asks you to do, you would understand why the therapist does not tell you some things. The therapist will not tell you some things. He would ask you to do some things. Then your illumination will be opened. Then your mind will be blown. Then the experience of doing the task would work for you. So do the therapy. Number 4, allow yourself fail. Sometimes I meet some clients who say, well, you asked me to do this. It didn't work. So I don't think it's worth it. Allow the process to fail when it does and take it all over again. In fact, sometimes if you read my book Fearless Seed, when we're doing closure, in the chapter talking about closure, I think chapter 7, it talked about the fact that sometimes closure cannot be a one-time event. Therapy sometimes is not a one-time event. Sometimes therapy has to be repetitive. Sometimes it has to be recursive. And sometimes it has to be 3 times, 7 times, 10 times, depending on the severity of the case at hand. So, when therapy fails for you, don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Let yourself go through the process severally, and then you'll find out the more you go through the process, the more illuminated you are. The more illuminated you are, the more empowered you are. And as you're doing that, you will find the strength to use what you have. Then number 5, help other people achieve therapy. I've noticed the biggest gift, the best of life's gifts is giving. So when you have undertaken therapy, look for someone that needs help and apply what you have learned. Everybody can be a therapist. Now, I'm not talking about technical, professional, ethical cases. I'm talking about the fact that you can prepare someone to be healed. You can prepare someone for healing by your own experiences. I mean, what's the best way to even do therapy? It's not from what you have learned, I think. I know we have been trained. I know we have content. I know we have structure. I know we have the business knowledge. I know we have the certification. We have the license. I understand. But hey, if you have come through life and you have helped people, you have gone through it yourself, the best way anybody can learn is through you who has gone through a process. So if you have ever gone through any form of therapy, use your Facebook timeline, use your Instagram handle, use your LinkedIn page, use your SMS blast, use your email. Help people. People, let's give help. I am so up and big on giving. Giving help is so important. So the fifth way to make therapy work is you also apply and administer therapy at your level, so that when you need to escalate and refer the person to professional therapists like me, the work has been accelerated. It's little more work to be done to get the end result. I believe in you. I really believe in you. And I know that you can do this. Last week I shot a video asking for 100 naira from 1,000 people. Very many people gave. From the depth of my heart, thank you. I told you we wanted to give someone 200,000 naira. And by the grace of God, we fulfilled that ambition with the help of many of you that gave us 100 naira each. We did not hit 1,000 people to give us 100 naira, but that's not an issue. The fact that many of you gave, we are grateful. Thank you so much to those who gave us. We have sent you notices. Some of you gave us your email addresses as I promised to send you my book titled The Mirror of Your Darkness. And we have emailed the book last night. We like to keep to our promise. We got your monies, we added to it, we gave it to the critical need. Then we have sent you the book we promised. This is the brand Sopka. We keep to our promise because we listen to you. I'll be in Lagos on November 19th. And I'll be sharing 3 hours with, I need just 50 people who will sit with me at a location that will be sent to you privately. If you know you want to be in that session, please send Lagos session with Coach Sam to 0807 361 0884, or just write it in the comment section. Lagos session with Coach Sam. Send it to as SMS to 080 7361 0884, or write it in the comment section. November 19th is a Sunday. It's an evening session starting from 3 o'clock. Only 50 people and I'll be satisfied. There is a token you will pay, but that's not even an issue. Oh, my darling Uduma Ikoro, I can't do it on the 20th because on the 20th I must be back in Abuja for a critical meeting. I am so sorry. We thought we should do it on a Sunday when more people will be available. So I'm really sorry, Uduma, that may not be possible. But if you can make it, I would be more glad. If you are in Port Harcourt, Uduma is 3 p.m. on the 19th. 3 p.m. on the 19th. Drop your comment. My office will contact you privately. We will not share the venue in public because there's a small requirement to satisfy. So please just drop a comment. Lagos session with Coach Sam and we'll be fine. If you're in Port Harcourt, I'll be in Port Harcourt 8th to 10th of November. Let's hook up. If you are in Kaduna, I'll be in Kaduna 12th to 14th of November. Let's hook up. If you're in Kano, let's meet 15th to 17th. I'll be in town. Let's hook up. If you're in Lagos, 19th is the date. Let's hook up. And you'll be so glad to spend time with me. I'm looking forward to having the blast of this year. I love you so much. If you have not visited our portal, sopkaonline.com, please take a trip. There are free videos. Our cartoon for children anger management goes live this week by the grace of God, and you will have free downloads of the series Sopka Teaches Anger Management for Kids. And if you don't have our app on your iPhone, on your iPad, or on your Android device, what are you waiting for? My friend, now go to Android Play Store or the iOS Store, download it, watch our free videos, and pay up for a very cheap cost. I share my heart with you, and I'm grateful that you have listened to me. If you have not shared this video, do me one favor. Please share it. Someone needs to hear all these things. Therapy does not work, but it can work for you if you're part of the process. Thank you very much, and God bless your week. Amen.